Before we jump to the next round, I do want to apologize that I have made so many errors in this first video. I was fortunate enough to have time to edit the first video before finishing the playthrough of this game, and I realized just how many things I've done wrong. Now, you might be thinking, can I handle this solo? And I will say, with 4 characters, it is a lot to manage, but you have to remember, this is what I did in this playthrough that I don't normally do. I chose all new characters. I don't know why I did that. I think it's because part of the fun in this game is trying all the different characters, so I was so excited to try a different team, but by doing that, all of those different abilities the first time, and then you add in recording and everything, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm making a lot more mistakes than I normally do, so I do apologize for that. I mean, 2 of the worst ones are having Jorana's attack, basic attack, as be 8 instead of 6. I don't know what I was thinking. And then her, of course, her main big attack was supposed to do 21 damage, and I only made it be 9. Anyways, we're going to try and do it right. I do apologize for that, and I will keep making notes if I make any other errors, which I can guarantee you I'm going to. But I really do think that you can play this solo, and you won't have as much challenges as I'm having. Or if you do, you're not going to know because you won't rewatch it, right? Okay, without further ado, let's jump into the second session. To start us off for this round, I'm going to have Jorana go first. That does mean she's going to go from 46 health down to 38. Oofda. But with that, we're going to go ahead and bump up her health. She's going to use her first movement to pick up this treasure chest. That will give her 20 health, so she'll go back from 38 to 58. Our second move point will then be to move where that chest was, and that will be it for our movement. Then we're going to go ahead and activate or use our prime action to break free our second prisoner. That means Jorana is going to have this second key lever, so I'm going to need to get that to somebody else, but at least I have it. You can always give it to someone who's adjacent to you by spending 1 move point. We're now going to have another orc ambush. We're going to place 3 more orcs. This time, heroes cannot attack orcs from 3 or more squares away, and this time I'm actually going to spawn them correctly and not put them adjacent to each other like I did for the first one. So the prisoner was right here. We have to spawn all orcs within 2 spaces of that closest to a hero and not adjacent. So these 2 can go on either side of Jorana. This one can't go here now because that would make them adjacent. So he's 2 spaces away from where the prisoner was, and he's closest to a hero. So yeah, he's coming at Zanac right there. Jorana is done with her turn, but remember, she can use her basic attack of 6, not 8, and she can attack someone that's adjacent to her. So she's going to attack this green orc. Looking for a 6 or higher, that's an 11, that'll work. So he'll move from 30 to 24. We're going to have Jade go next. She needs to be within range for her inspired greatness, so she is going to buff up Zund and use the, let's see, I think we want to do empowered, so that if he deals damage, which he better be able to deal damage, we got to make sure to work on his dice rolling. As long as he deals damage, he'll deal plus 3 damage. So he is going to be empowered this round. After Jade has empowered Zund, we're going to go ahead and move her 2 spaces. 1, 2. She's going to come right up here, right in front of this red orc's face. And the reason we're going to do that is because we want to use our Oil of Impact. We're giving up our primary action to do this, and this is considered a special action. So the next player cannot do a special action. We have to be 1 square away. That's why we got adjacent to the red orc. We're going to deal 13 damage, and if we hit, we can move that target up to 4 squares. We can push him into that lava. Thank you very much. Looking for a 6 or higher. Oh, we get an 11. Awesome. So we'll deal 13 damage, so that means he's down to 17. Since we threw this oil on him, he's going to get pushed 4 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2. I think that's as far as we're going to push him. And he immediately takes 4 more damage because he's in the lava. So he'll go from 17 to 13. And then because we succeeded with a hit, we get to use our passive ability. We can heal someone within range. And Jorana is within range. We're going to heal her for 4. Now, she can't heal again this round, but we'll still take that. She's at 62. Next, we're going to have Zund go. So in order for Zund to target that red orc, he's going to have to get closer. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. So he's right here. He is now within range. He's going to go ahead and do one of his attacks. Don't forget he's empowered. So if he can hit, come on, die. If he can hit, he'll get plus 3 to that hit. We're going to attack with our Rainbow Ray, so we just need a 6 or higher. We'll deal a normal 10 damage, plus the 3 from empowered, and we'll actually kill that red orc. Come on, 18! Yes, yes, yes! We did it. We'll remove the miniature from the board, and we'll drop this flask here. Good thing you can pick up flasks from adjacent locations. I wouldn't have to want to step in lava to pick up a flask. Probably not worth it. We'll end with Zanac. Don't forget he is empowered as well. Once per turn, that's his ability. He, because of that permanent ability, he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, because he can pick up this flask that uses a movement. Let's see what we get. We have Angelic Tears, 8 squares, all combatants in a 3x3 range, 0 damage, but the effect, all allies regain 6 HP, each enemy target takes 6 HP. Whoa, that is a really cool ability. That can heal people and can deal damage. That is the best flask I have seen so far. And already I missed another passive ability, the Despair by Zund. So he hit a target on his first hit of the turn. He was able to deal another enemy within 5 squares of him can take 4 damage. Now I assume they still have to be within 3 squares. Lucky for us, both of those orcs are within 3 squares, so I don't think we have to worry about that. We can just hit one. I'm going to hit the green one for 5. So he's at 24 right now. He'll be knocked down to 19. Zanac should have one more movement, and I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to move him right here, and you're going to see why. We're going to use our Mind Poison Flask. So we have to be within 2 squares, which we are. We're going to target the yellow enemy. We're only going to do 4 damage. Now, I still believe, because he's empowered, he'll get +3 on that, so that's up to 7. His effect, though, is you may move the target up to 3 squares, and then controlled by you, it makes a primary attack. We can have him do a furious blow to the other orc. That's the plan. Let's do it. We need to roll that fated 6 or higher, and we rolled exactly a 6. So that will deal 7 damage to the yellow orc. They were at 30, they're now at 23. We're now going to poison his mind and make him move 1, 2, 3. Let's have him move all the way over here. He is then going to attack his fellow comrade. If he hits him, he can push him away from Joranna. Now, it's not really going to help because Joranna's still going to get attacked. But the nice thing is now I've gotten them to no longer be mobbing Joranna. That's the whole reason I wanted to do that. I got super overly excited about that. I just want to mention that at the end of Zun's turn, since he did a regular attack, this should have been flipped over to special ready, and then we've used it again. So we have to remember next turn, no one can do their special attack first. Okay, we've seen this black die in action. It has failed to hit twice, so I'm a little worried, but I feel like I need to use the same die for them that they use when they normally attack. Come on, a 6 or higher. It's not often I hope for that. That's a 16 with the black die, so that is a hit. That is 12 damage to the green orc. He'll move from 19 health down to 7. We'll also have him push this orc 1 step back this way. I wish there was lava over there. There wasn't, but that's okay. Now you'll notice once again I did no reaction attacks. I believe that's correct because they were not moving during their move phase of their turn. If they were moving during their move phase, that's when we would be able to do reaction attacks. Since we forced his movement, we cannot attack him while he's moving. Otherwise, that would have been sweet. I could have done a reaction attack over here, reaction attack over there. Yeah, that would have been cool. I should mention, though, that you can only do a reaction attack once per turn. So if someone moved around Joranna 3 times like this, Joranna would only get 1 attack on them, not 3. But if they had moved through here, he could have gotten an attack, and she could have gotten a reaction attack. Well, that was all fun and games until now. Now they're going to activate. So just so you know, our green orc has 7 health, and the orange/yellow orc has 23 health. Let's now see what pain comes from what the evil power deck brings us. We have the Bloody Chase. Villains are hastened, so that means that they cannot get reaction attacks if they move. Command, attack the hero with the lowest defense within 6 squares of you. Yeah, they're going to leave Joranna alone. Bummer, she's got the most health. Both Zund and Zanac have the same amount of defense, 6. So let's start with the green orc. He's going to go ahead and move 1, 2. He's going to come here, and he will go ahead and attack Zanac. This is when I'm personally very happy that our healer, Jade, has 7 defense, because she's actually not going to get targeted by this. A 19. Oh, 1 away from a 20. Yeah, so that's going to hit Zanac, and it's going to push him. So what is he at? He's at 50 exactly. So he takes 12 damage, so now he's going to get pushed down to 38. He's also going to get pushed one closer to a lava tile. Fortunately, those abilities don't stack. Remember Furious Blow last time? It would push you 2 spaces. That was their special ability. This time, their special ability is that they cannot be targeted by anyone that's more than 3 spaces away. So I put Zanac over there behind Zund strategically because I'm going to have this orc then come here and attack Zund instead. Zund also has 6 defense. Here's the thing. If Zund gets hit, he's also going to get pushed into the lava. Not much we can do about it. Looking for this die to fail at a roll of 6. Yeah, it didn't fail. That's a 12. Zund was at 52, taking 16 damage. He's now going to be at 36. And I'm going to have to push him into the lava. We'll push him right here. Actually, I'm going to push him this way. That way, he's not still adjacent to that orc. Now, if he stays in the lava for the whole next round, and he doesn't move out of there, he'll take another 4 damage. If he decides to move around the lava, just hang out in there, but then he gets out at the end, he doesn't take 4 damage every time he steps in the lava. The moment you're in the lava, you can hang out in the lava and just take that 4 damage. When you get off of the tile, you're fine, but then if you go back on it, you take the damage. That'll end this round. Jorana's got some work to do to go and protect her 3 ranged characters. And Jade has to start healing because we've got 36 health, 38 health. Jorana actually has 62 health and Jade has 52. So they're doing okay. Our 2 boys are not. Well, one's sitting in lava right now. Let's start that next round, see what we can do. Jorana being slightly pissed that these orcs didn't even attack her when she was all ready, she's going to go first. She is going to take 8 damage, so she'll go from 62 to 54. Thanks, Orb. But then what she's going to do for her movement, she's going to go 1, 2, come over here, and then 3 to come here. So she is in front of both of these orcs. What do you say we slash at both of them? 2 squares up to 2 enemies. So they're within a range of 2. We can hit 2 enemies, dealing 8 damage per hit. You may move any number of the targets 1 space towards you. We're not going to be able to do it. They're already closest to us. We have to miss all of them to get this benefit that the last missed target takes 5 residual damage. We're going to attack the green orc first. He only has 7 health left. So if we can hit him here, he's gone. So we're dealing 8 damage. And that's a 10. So he goes from 7 damage to gone from the board. Our second attack then will be at the yellow or orange orc. And we have, an 8. An 8 will still work. He'll move from 23 health to 15. Then what we get to do is our regular 6 damage basic attack. We're going to do that also on the orange orc. And there we get a 4. We needed a 6, so we missed that one. That's okay. That's still a really good turn. Our no special token should be flipped back over to special ready, so we can use our special attacks if we want. We're going to move to Jade's turn. We're going to have her move 1. Then for movement 2, we're going to pick up this flask, which we'll look at in a second. 3, 4, 5. I believe I can do that because we're still within range 3, so we can still attack. Our flask is this Hydra Blood. Gain +2 bonus to your roll, so you can send this to an ally. Oh, you get a +2. Then your effect is the target may move up to 3 squares and then make 2 basic attacks. That is going to be amazing. Wow, and that's perfect for her to hold on to. Yeah, definitely going to have her hold on to that. She's not going to use that now. She's going to play her Inspired Presence, and we're going to put that onto Zund again, and we're going to do Empowered. So he's going to get +3 on his attacks. And then I think what we're going to do is just the simple Angelic Voices for our activation. That deals 7 damage, but the big thing is it can heal an ally. Looking for a 6 or higher, and we get a 5. Oh, no healing. That just means that the orange orc will just take 5 residual damage, going from 15 down to 10. Ah, man. We'll move to Zund. He's going to go ahead and just attack with his Rainbow Ray. I just need a hit here, 6 or higher. He's empowered, but that doesn't really matter. He doesn't need the additional damage. That's a 12. That'll work. That will drop that orc. So that means all enemies on the board have been defeated. We've got one more prisoner to save, and they're down this way. So what I think I'm going to have Zund do is do 1 movement here. Movement 2, he's going to pick up this flask. Let's see what he gets. We'll draw it, and it is the Incendiary Oil. 10 damage per hit, all commands on a 3x3. The last missed target takes 5 residual damage if you miss all of them. Well, pretty good. So that was a total of 3 movement. He only has 5, but he's going to run off of this lava for 5. He's on this side. Good. Okay, that's going to end this round. We'll start in the next round by trying to get over to that prisoner. Well, let's go ahead and catch up to the previous round because Zanac, after I said we were ending the round, gave me this look, and I remembered I didn't activate him. Yeah, now I've done that to Jade and to Zanac. They're both not too happy with me about that. So for his turn, he's just going to do his movement twice. The first thing he's going to do is spend 2 movement to get both of these keys from Jorana. We're going to grab both of those because those keys are important. The keys allow us to unlock the gates for the war chief, and I don't want Jorana doing that. I want her ready when those gates open to attack enemies. So I'm grabbing them from her for the first 2 movement. Movement 3, movement 4, movement 5. We're going to go here. Then our second set of 5, we're going to do movement 1 to move up here. We're going to then, for movement 2, give Jade one of these because I want her to have that key. And then movement 3, 4, 5. Now we're ready to start the next round. We're going to start with Jorana. Jorana's going to go ahead and take that 8 damage. She's at 54, so she'll go to 46 health. She has 6 total movement, so she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then her second set of 6, she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Right next to, you know what, actually? Yeah, I got to do this, because what I want to do is be able to pick that up next round so I can heal. We'll have Zanac go next. He's going to move 1, 2, and then movement 3 is he's going to drop off the other lever token to Zund, because I want Zund and Jade to be the 2 that are going to unlock the doors. I believe I've done 3 movements, so I'll do 1, 2 for a total of 5. Then for his prime action, he's going to move again. He's going to go 1, 2, 3... or 3. I don't really want him that close to the lava. Yeah, 3. I think that's as close as I'm going to get him. I want him range, but then, oh no, they're going to spawn. Yeah, because if you think about it, they're going to spawn here likely, here, and then within range 2. So yeah, I actually do want him to push back just in case. Let's put him there. We'll have Zund go. Zund will just 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll come back over here as well. And actually, I'm going to have him go 4, 4, 5, and have him right next to the lever and way back here behind Zanac. Jade was the first one to get to the prisoner last time. She's the last this time. So we'll move her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait for me. And then I think all I'm going to do is go 1, 2, stand here. She should still have line of sight into here for at least some enemies, maybe not the ones all the way over here, but that should be okay because I need her to get all the way to that lever as soon as possible once we defeat this last prisoner. Save this last prisoner, defeat the last set of orcs. So here we go. We're going to have our final confrontation before we go against the boss. This is going to be our last test before the real fighting happens. To start this round, the first thing is Jorana is going to be our first activation, so she will go down to 38 health. But then with her first movement, she is going to pick up this treasure, increase her health by 20, so that'll knock her back up to 58 health. We are then going to take a step over here, because I think this will be the best place to go. No, you know what? That means that they're going to spawn. No, I want to keep her over here. Yeah. So I'm going to keep her here. I'm going to free this prisoner with my prime action. And that means we get another lever key. And that means that we have 12 XP from that. So we've gained 4 XP per prisoner that we have saved. But now it's orc ambush time. They're not joking around this time. They know what we are doing. So they are going to place 1 additional orc adjacent to a hero. So we're looking at a total of 4 orcs coming out. Now that additional orc I think needs to still follow this placement rule where we can't place them next to each other. Here we have our board. Jorana is surrounded by 3 orcs, and then 1 orc appears out of nowhere in front of Zanac to attack him. That's our 4th one, the blue one. Jorana's going to have to end her turn because she already did her movement and already did her action, but she is going to get her basic attack of 6. She's not going down without a fight, so she's going to attack this red orc. We'll give her die a roll, and we get a 13. Great, so that will do 6 damage to the red orc. He's down to 25 health. We'll have Zund to go next. He's going to go ahead and use one of his specials. He's also going to attack that red orc. We have our Nightmare. Within a range of 8, it's going to deal 18 damage and then permanent. An enemy within range is weakened once per turn. So I believe I can choose that after I attack. Well, I have to. I have to make sure I actually hit. Yeah, so I'll choose that after I roll. Better roll above a 6 or above a 5. Our special is being used, so we cannot use it anymore for his turn and whoever goes next. I should still mention that Zund is being empowered by Jade, so this attack will deal 21 damage. And that's a 2. So no, it won't deal 21 damage. Instead, it's going to deal 15 residual damage, and that's it. Oh, that's such a bummer. And he doesn't get the permanent effect, so the effect doesn't happen. So this card is gone. There's ways to sometimes get it back by other players, but we don't get this permanent effect. Oh, that sucks. At least 15 residual damage knocked that red orc down to 10 from 25. Small benefits, but man, Zund is missing all the time. We're going to have a talk about that die. Zanac will go next. We're going to go ahead and do a side step, take one step back here, and we're going to attack that red orc. We want to take him out. 10 health, we should be able to do it. We are empowered, but that doesn't really matter here. We're just looking for a 7. Oh my gosh, above a 6. Boy. Okay, that will definitely kill the red orc, so we'll drop this on his space, which is great. At the end of his turn, we'll flip the no special back over to special ready. Jade is the final hero to go. I think what we're going to do is we're going to toughen Joranna. Now, I think I did toughened last time wrong because toughened is take -3 damage. Protected gives you the +3 defense. I'm sorry, you guys. It's easy to get them confused. My apologies. So I'm going to toughen her because she's already going to be at a -3 because she's going to be mobbed. So I don't think adding the protected, giving her +3 is going to help her much. I think instead, let's try and reduce the amount of damage she takes. So this will apply once per turn. Even if the attack has multiple strikes, she will be able to reduce the amount of damage she takes by 3. She has to be in range, and I'd say that corner to corner, we can see her no problem. Then let's use some Hydra blood. So we're going to target our shooter, Zanac, and we gain a +2 on this roll. We have to get above his defense, so his defense is then 4, essentially, with this. This target may move up to 3 squares and then make 2 basic attacks. His basic attack is 8 damage. That's the whole reason I want him to do that, or he to get this ability. If we do miss, he gains at least 5 HP. We're going to have him attack the green orc twice. First one, that's an 18, that's a hit. So that's 8 damage. Second one, that's a 10. Oh, and I forgot he's empowered. So his first attack that round was actually 11 damage. The second one is 8 damage. So that's a total of 19 damage. Now the green orc was fully healed at this point, was at 30. So this will knock him all the way down to 11 health. That does mean, though, that our special ready is no longer special. Or no longer ready, I should say. Now, I played Inferno Shield last round, and I did hit, and I forgot to tell you that we are going to use this on Joranna. We're hoping that maybe Joranna's going to get attacked. Not really hoping. We're assuming that she's going to get attacked, and if she does, she can at least do some damage. So I just wanted to mention that. I forgot to say who we put that on. We'll then draw an evil power card, and we have the Macabre Runes. Heroes are vulnerable once per turn. Vulnerable means you take +3 damage when hit by an enemy attack. So you know how we toughened? Yeah, it's going to cancel out the toughened for Joranna. Oh, great. And if we look here, it is basic strategy. So that does mean that Joranna is going to get attacked by 2 orcs. And then we'll have to decide about the blue orc where he's going to go. Let's start with the yellow orc. He's going to attack Joranna. Joranna's defense is 8. And he rolls exactly an 8. Really? Okay. So he's going to deal 12 plus 4 because he's going to push her into lava. 16 damage to her. That knocked her down from 58 to 42. Now, before I move her, I want to show you. Oh, come on, Colin. Jade, look it. She's within a range of 4. She's going to use her passive ability because she did get a hit. During her turn, she can use a passive ability to heal someone by 4. They just can't heal any more that round. So I'm going to heal Joranna by 4. That's who I would have picked. Would it be? I'm just going to say it is. So she'll go from 42 to 46 health. Sorry about that. So we're going to push her into the lava like so. That was the orange orc. The green orc now is going to attack Joranna as well. The one advantage here is she'll only take 12, not 16. Yeah, it's a 13. So that's going to hit her. That'll knock her down from 46 to 34. Oh. And you know what? Both hits hit already, so that's fine, but she was mobbed, so her defense was reduced by 3 anyways, so that 8 that I rolled, they only needed to get above a 5 anyhow, so it didn't even matter. All right, now let's do the blue orc. I'm going to have the blue orc actually go towards Jade, because these two, well, first of all, they have lower health, but second of all, Zund can get pushed into the lava, Jade can't. So Jade's going to get attacked. Her defense is 7 too. She actually has the highest defense. And there's, if she does get hit though, we're going to have to add that +3 damage. So it would be 15 damage for her if she gets hit. And we roll an 11. Yeah, she's going to get hit for 15. She's going to go down to 37 from 52. And she's going to get pushed 1 space towards the lava tile right here. Ow, that was brutal. Okay, we're still all alive though. Although Jorana has more damage than I like. She's at 34 health, you guys. Let's see if we can make some magic here and take out a couple of these orcs. We're going to start this round with Jorana. She's going to take 8 damage, so she's going to go from 34 to 26. Oh man, I'm really hitting her hard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do her sidestep action. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you guys see this flask? We never picked it up, so I'm going to have to remove that. We're going to do her sidestep, and she can do 1 movement to an adjacent space. She's going to move to here so she can do her whirling strike again. Her whirling strike, 2 squares for range, and our targets up to 2 enemies. Each orc is within range 2, and then we can move them 1 space towards us after we successfully hit them. If I do that to the green orc, I will deal 8 damage. He'll only have, 3 health left. I'll pull him into the lava and kill him. Yes, let's see if we can do it. We're going to attack the green one first. That is a 20. Yes. So we actually did +5 damage to him. Yeah, he's totally gone. We're just going to take him out. We don't even have to pull him into the lava. Didn't even have to. Now I'm almost bummed we didn't do the orange one first. We're going to attack the orange one second. And we rolled a 4, so we missed. Oh, man. And then we'll do a basic attack against the orange one. And let's see, we get a 7, which, yeah, their defense is 6. So we did hit there, so we'll deal 6 damage with that basic attack. That'll move them down to 26 health, right where we are. We'll then flip our no special back over to special ready. You know, I talked about the Infernal Shield, right? The whole reason I wanted to put that on Jorana, and then I forgot to actually use it. So it says that the next enemy who hits that ally from within 2 squares of it takes 4 damage. And that was, I had the yellow orc attack first. I did it on purpose. So that yellow orc actually is down 4 more damage from 26 down to 22. So glad I remembered that during the last round. Let's go ahead and activate Zund next. I think I'm going to attack this orange orc, hoping that maybe with my dangerous choice we can make him not attack so Jorana won't die. We're looking for an even number that's greater than 6, if possible. That's a 10. Great. So that means we're only dealing 7 damage to the orange orc. The orange orc was at 22. That'll move him down to 15. But that orange orc is not going to be able to attack. How I'm going to remember that is I'm just going to lay him down sideways on the board just so that way I remember. Because otherwise, when recording, I'm not going to remember. We also have our passive ability that states after we hit a target, another enemy within 5 squares of us takes 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The blue orc just took 4 damage. Next, let's have Zanac attack. We're actually going to have him attack the orange orc as well because he is empowered, so +3 damage. And if he does hit, he's more than 5 squares away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. So that means he would deal another 4 damage. So this Inferno attack deals 12. Plus the 3 is 15. Plus 4 is greater than the 17 health. Looking for a 6 or higher. And that's a 20. Why do I always use the 20s when it doesn't matter? Okay, this guy is definitely gone. He gets +5 damage from that, +4 from the passive ability, +3 from the empowered, and then 12 here. Yeah, you can do the math. That's greater than 17. We are going to buff up Jade, just in case I decide to leave her there. To start off Jade's turn, the first thing we're going to do is inspire some greatness, and we're going to place that onto Zund, so he gets empowered. He'll have +3 attack next round. Now, what I'd like to do is use my sidestep to move over here so I don't get attacked when I do something that's ranged. But if I'm over there, I do not believe... Yeah, see, I hit the wall, so I can't see Jorana. What I want to do is heal Jorana. You know, I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I think it's better than getting a reaction attack for up to like 6 damage. I'm going to do a sidestep into the lava. Oh, no, never mind. That's a bad idea because at the end of the round, if I'm in the lava, I take another 4 damage. So I'd actually take 8 damage. Ah, what the hey. I think what we're going to do this round, we're not going to worry about healing Jorana. We're just going to attack. So instead, we're going to sidestep. Oh, we can't even sidestep to get out of the way without getting a reaction attack because we can't sidestep diagonally. Here I am thinking that I could go over here, but that wall is in the way. So I think we're just going to stay there. With that, we're going to use our Potion of Rage. So this, I would say, is a melee attack, even though normally our basic attack is a range. So this way we don't get that reaction attack. I believe you can do that. This will just deal 9 damage per hit, so it's not going to take out the Blue Orc, but it'll at least do some damage to him. Looking for greater than a 6, and we get exactly a 6. So I guess I should say getting a 6 or greater. That will still deal the 9 damage, so he'll go from 26 to 17. That was using a flask, which means we used our special ability. So now we are the next person to go, no special. We need not to forget that she did have a hit. So because of that, she can use her passive ability called Hope and increase the health of someone within a range of 4 by 4 HP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, not going to happen. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Zund. He's at 36. That'll push him back up to 40. Moving to the evil power phase, let's see what that orc is going to do. We have a power. Villains are protected. So protected, let me make sure I read this right. They gain +3 defense against enemy attacks. So the next round, that orc's defense is 9 instead of 6. Blast you. Basic strategy. So yeah, he's just going to hammer on Jade. If he hits Jade, that's going to be 16 damage. Oh, he didn't. That is a 3. That just means she takes 5 residual damage. So she'll go from 37 to 32. Oh, that is so much better. Thank you, Black Die. That'll end this round. We need to remember that that orc has 9 as its defense this time instead of only 6. Both of these flasks are gone. I'm a little bit bummed about that. I have used the flasks a lot more than I thought I would, but some of their abilities are pretty sweet. I need to do some healing. I need to take him out, and I also need to start running over to those levers because my health for all of my characters are low. Could someone please print me an Inferno shield that I could just put on my miniatures? This Blue Orc should have taken 4 damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, down to 13 health because he attacked Jade, who had the Inferno attack, or the Inferno shield from Zanac. Sorry about that. Finally. I think I've got everything set up. Let's start this next round. I think I'm going to start off with Zanac. Zanac has the most health, so he's going to take 8 damage. He's going to go from 38 to 30. That orc only has 13 health. All we got to do is hit with this Flame Blast, and we are ready to go. So let's do it. We do need to roll a 9 or higher this round, and we rolled a 12. Perfect. That will take him out. He is done. And that means we can start preparing ourselves for the big War Chief. So we know the War Chief is going to spawn over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to try and get myself farther back and ready to attack once those doors are opened. Jorana's going to go next. She has a movement of 6. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to pick up this flask. Let's see what she gets. She'll draw from the top of the stack. She gets a healing potion. No roll required. The target gains 12 HP. You or an ally. Oh, okay. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 2 more movement. 5, 6. We're going to stand there, and we're going to use, so because Zanac didn't do a special ready, or a special action, we're going to use this and heal ourselves by 12. That'll push us back up to 38 health. Whew, okay, that's getting a little bit better. Next, we're going to have Zund go. He's not going to do anything. He's going to sit right where he's at because we need him to be next to that lever. We need to get Jade over to the other one. But what's important is, at the end of his activation, this no ready becomes special ready because we're going to have Jade go next, and we're going to use her special to do a little bit more healing. So we are going to use the special ready token, flip it over to no special, and we're going to do our activation. We have the Requiem of Spirit. So this can target one ally. The effect is the target regains 20 HP, and then an ally within range regains 1 spent special attack. So Zund, who's within range of us, would be able to also get his Nightmare card back that totally failed that other time. If we fail, at least Jorana would heal for 15. But yeah, I'm really hoping for the 20 here. But I do have to hit a roll of 8 because that's her defense. It's kind of weird. You're like rolling against their defense, but think of it as it's almost harder to heal Joranna because she has more protection around her. I don't think this die has failed us yet. We're rolling for an 8 or higher, and that's a 10. Oh, okay, we should be good. So that will heal Joranna by 20. She'll go from 38 all the way up to 58. Wow, that's amazing. And then Zund will get his Nightmare card back. Now, it says that you can reclaim one of your special cards, your special attacks back, if you have one of the cards that you have now as a permanent effect. How I understand it, you can't get those back. You can't take them back and then reuse them and get the permanent ability. Once they become an ability, they're a permanent ability card. Now, if ever those were removed for some reason, because there are a couple cards in the evil power decks, or other characters, because you can play as PvP, could make you discard those permanent cards, you can then get them back that way. But as long as they're out as permanent effects, you cannot go and be like, oh, I'm just going to take it back and then use it again. Does that make sense? I hope so. Now we need to run to that lever. We have 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as far as we can go for this round. So I think, let me see, because we have to spend a prime action to unlock that lever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could take 4 damage to get their next turn. It might be worth it so that we're not taking 16 damage. I might do it. I might have to, because what you have to do with these levers is you have to, in subsequent turns or activations, pull each lever as a prime action. Then the doors will open, the enemies are going to spawn, and then we've got just these 2 to protect us for that first round. Oh, but I think that's better than having someone have to take 16 damage to wait for 2 rounds. We can have Jade take 4. She's going to be out of commission anyways for a little bit. She'll be out of range, and I think it's worth it. Are you ready for this? Let's do it.